The other really big area of activity has been looking at floods and droughts. So the same data set, same observational data set from the near natural catchments, but we've been trying to look at, rather than changes over time, we've been looking at the extremes on a European scale. And one of the things we've done is we've developed a flood catalogue and a drought catalogue for Europe, basically. So these catalogues are about trying to look at capture the characteristics of these historical floods and droughts over the whole of the 20th century for a number of sub-regions within Europe. So essentially we've divided Europe up into about 24 homogeneous regions, homogeneous hydrological regions. And then for each of those regions we've used a number of methodologies to capture droughts and floods, particularly like regionally coherent droughts and floods. And we've done that for both rainfall and for river flows, and we've presented it in these, we basically have these graphics which show in a really kind of quite intuitive way, show where there are the main droughts and floods over the 20th century. And that's been really good, because although there's been a lot of work done on droughts at a European scale before, but this is one of the, in a sense, one of the most visual ways of capturing this information. And it's also good because it allows us to actually look at when these events occurred in the last, in the 20th century, and also not just when they occurred, but how large they were, or how much of their spatial footprint, if you like, in Europe, and also how severe they were. We can actually quantify the magnitude in terms of the duration of the event, and also the overall sort of magnitude in terms of the rainfall or streamflow anomalies. And that's been a really interesting piece of work, because it has allowed us to, if you like, it's established a benchmark of historical flooding and droughts in Europe over the 20th century at a regional scale.